one trend that seems to be continuing with Disney Plus movies. Terrible titles. Hi, everyone. It's me. Does that mean bad movie? Not really. Hi, everyone. It's me, Grant, the movie and TV guy. How you doing? And welcome to Raising Popcorn with Grant. And today we are talking about a movie. Movies and TV is what we do here, and that movie is called Sneakerella. Sneakerella is the latest Disney Plus film. It is apparently co-produced by the Disney Channel, so I guess it's a decom, kind of, maybe not. I don't know. Definitely feels like one at parts, for both better and for worse. So, Sneakerella is directed by Elizabeth Allen Rosenbaum, who previously did Rhoda and Beezus, which I actually quite liked. What is Sneakerella about? Chosen Jacobs plays Elle. He is a young sneakerhead who has dreams of designing shoes. His late mother opened a shop in Queens called Laces, which, since his mother's death, is now run by his not-so-evil stepfather, just not a very good listener at first, as well as his two insanely evil stepbrothers, who are kind of over the top. We'll get to them. But he has dreams of designing sneakers, and the king of the sneakers is a former sports star, James King. He wants nothing more than to work for him. By happenstance, he meets Kira, James's daughter, who is played by Lexi Underwood. The two hit it off pretty quickly, and wouldn't you know it, he is going to attend a massive sneaker event, despite what his stepbrother's intervention to stop him. A kindly neighbor named Gustav and his loyal pal Sammy hook him up with a car that seems to almost appear like magic, and suit him up and tell him, alright, you have to be home by midnight. You know this story. While trying to flee to get home by curfew, he leaves behind one of the sneakers he designed, and now the search is on. Who is Elle? Who designed this sneaker? And will this Princess Charming find a prince? And could that prince be a young stock boy named Elle? Let the magic and fairy tales begin. So, with some pretty catchy songs, quite frankly. So Sneakerella was I will say this. Sneakerella, when I went on IMDb, was getting trashed. And I think a lot of that has to do with people going into it wanting to hate it, or even being, I'm just going to say, a little bit racist. I think that some people went into this wanting to hate it because it was a modern, gender-swapped update of it. One review I read said, it doesn't represent me, and I'm like, is this written by a white person? Because I'm seeing a lot of representation here, not only for the black community, but also for his best friend who is, openly gay. I don't know who is not being represented here, other than maybe white people. But regardless, I think people went in with the trailer wasn't great, the title wasn't great, but similar to Better Nate Than Ever, I kind of like Sneakerella. Now, I must say, I hate the title, and it's not a perfect movie. I'm kind of surprised it's at 100 on Rotten Tomatoes. I think it's probably just a lack of reviews altogether. But I did enjoy this film, and I think a lot of it is, yes, it has cheesy parts, yes, it has cringe parts, but its heart is in the right place. And it's really eager to please. The songs are fun. And honestly, it didn't take long for it to kind of be hard to resist, to kind of batter down my defenses and make me kind of smile through it. The story is charming. Chosen Jacobs is a really talented young actor. He was previously in the It films, 1 and 2, and he's really, really good. He was in the second movie, Isaiah Mustafa from the Old Spice commercials played him as the adult version. He's really good here, and he's very convincing. I also like some of the changes they made to Cinderella lore. They acknowledge that it's a Disney film by having some drops from the original Cinderella, including A Dream Is a Wish Your Heart Makes. But I appreciated that the stepfather's not a bad guy. he's he doesn't really want to, he's grieving too the woman he lost. Now and he's giving a pretty good performance. Now as for the stepfather, or as for the stepbrothers rather, they were the weakness of this movie. Because it wasn't simply that they were evil. These kids are playing it like okay, dude. Sorry, I'm getting a text. They're playing it like it's, they're playing it way too over the top, the two stepbrothers. They're playing it like that kind of decom thing that sometimes happens where they think, going like, oh, yeah, man, like, kind of like being, like, over the top and doing that kind of, oh, you better watch yourself, L, like, that kind of acting is, like, it's a little too much. It's like, okay. Even their big song is kind of the weakest song in the movie. But again, I liked it, and it was just it was also a little too long. It was almost 2 hours. I didn't think it needed to be almost 2 hours. But, despite that, I was surprisingly charmed by Sneakerella, and I liked the songs. I might even listen to some of those. If these songs popped up on my Spotify, I wouldn't switch. I liked some of these, especially the opening song. There's an opening song called Kicks. That song's going to be stuck in my head for a bit. And at its best, it reminds me of, like, the better parts of, like, the High School Musical films. Or, like, Cheetah Girls or something like that. So, yeah, I dug this film. It was refreshing. It was funny. I enjoyed it. Had some charm to it. A little silly at parts, a little cheesy at parts, but it's a good family film, and, yeah, it's solid. And you know what? This would usually be a matinee, but I'm gonna be... The good songs in it kind of bump it up to 4 to 5 stars. It's not perfect. In fact, even the extra half star is a little generous, but it's a little middle ground, but I did enjoy it. And I enjoyed it, and Chosen Jacobs, that kid has genuine acting chops. I look forward to seeing more of what he can do. And totally worth watching Sneakerella. A lot of fun, but seriously, Disney, the titles. I'm not nuts about the title. Alright. You see, because he's like Cinderella, but with sneakers. Sneakerella, yeah. That's like Stuber. Alright. So, that's it. 4 out of 5 stars. Close book on it. Trailer trash none. Watched it on Disney Plus. Was there shawarma? No, there wasn't. Or no, there was not. Although there was kind of some fun little graphics at first. Alright. We will be back Tuesday. So we will be taking the day off. We will be talking about Sarkaru Vatipata? Is that how you pronounce it? I have no idea. Wednesday we got Downton Abbey: A New Era. Thursday we got Men from Alex Garland. This next weekend we will also have reviews of Good Morning with a U, directed and starring Machine Gun Kelly. We will also be talking about Jackass 4.5, which will be streaming on Netflix. We'll also be talking about Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers on Disney Plus. And is that it? I think there's like one more film. Oh, and The Valet, starring Eugenio Derbez and Samara Weaving. That's right. And maybe more. And that'll all be next time. And until next time, I'm Grant, the movie and TV guy. I see it all, and I'm happy to share it with you. I love you all. I appreciate you all. I love you all, class dismissed. I love you 3000. Be kind to one another. If you like this video, give it a like if you want to. Give it a subscribe if you want to. Give it the bell. I don't know what it does, what that's supposed to do. That's what I've been told. If you want to find me elsewhere, reviews, lists, and other fun stuff, you can check me out on letterboxd.com at Raising on Popcorn with Grant. Or you can check out my podcast, Raising on Popcorn with Grant, the podcast, on Spotify. Some of you already have, but even if you haven't, take care of yourself. Take care of your mental health. It's incredibly important. And I want to know down below, what did you think of Sneakerella? Did you like the movie? Did you hate the movie? Do you think my opinion's good? Stupid remote. Think I'm full of shit? Comment below. Let me know. And until we meet again, we were all raised on popcorn. Make mine with extra butter. And I'll catch you guys next time. Take care.